My dad's watching. I'm watching TV, so there's gonna be background noise. So that's why the mic's off.
hate everything. I 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 hate everything.
July of 2016, at a key and interesting time in the transition of the GD community, a mysterious Korean player by the name of Quer came out of nowhere and began beating demons at a rate and ease never before seen in the game's history. This entity instantly brought suspicion on him, yet he had proof of streaming to back him up. This player's presence put many on edge, fresh off the back of a number of situational dramas for the community, but was also welcomed with open arms by many, before being debunked to be possibly one of the biggest GD social experiments ever seen. As it turned out, Quer was a group of skilled players working together in secret to create the perfect illusion of a world-class player, and had the group not come out of the shadows when they did, we could have potentially seen an incredibly aggressive expansion. Today, we'll be returning to that strange period in GD, to one of the game's most intriguing and layered situations, and though I don't claim any of what I'm about to tell you to be 100% accurate given how long ago it was and how little evidence there was, I can say with a certainty that what I am about to show you is at the very least curious. I originally had plans to make a video like this in 2016, and was in the Quer server for a very short time before it was deleted. But now, 2 years on, we are returning to this closed case as we ask, who was Quer and how did it get so deep? The month of 2016 was an incredibly strange, interesting and dramatic point in GD's transition from the old glory days of 1.9 to the more modern community we see today. A key driving force in this transition was the 144Hz revolution, when 144Hz refresh rate monitors worked their way into the setups of the best players, giving the select few who could afford them a huge advantage over playing the game. During the latter stages of this period and the subsequent drama it caused between world #1 player Serve and 60Hz activist Rippy, a strange, shady player under the alias Quer burst out of nowhere, starting a YouTube channel and instantly uploading Extreme Demons to it with no track record or trace of an alter ego. People became suspicious of this player immediately, but there was no evidence to stop him. He was beating demons at a crazy pace, but he was doing the large majority live on Twitch. His seemingly inhuman abilities were initially chalked down to him hiding copyable attempts and lying about the time he invested in the game, but soon after he was making never before seen progress and, lying about attempts or not, his achievements couldn't be ignored. He got one of the highest scores on the unverified Sonic Wave at the time, getting 91% only a short time after announcing his YouTube career. On top of that, he was very close on Bloodbath, which remained #1 on the Demons list at the time, and he caused a stir again when he beat the very controversial new level by WeoWeoTio, Betrayal of Fate, making him only the second to do so after Male Veronica. The new Extreme Demon by WeoWeoTio cost him everything. He was thrown out of Geostorm and his reputation was damaged immensely. Despite all of that, however, Betrayal of Fate was still rated and placed as second on the Demons list before being dropped down to 4th. Many people attempted this hot topic demon, and the first to beat it was Male Veronica, another controversial player at the time, who came out of the shadows very quickly and was moderately suspicious. Followed up by Quer. It was then Serve who beat it third, and he described the level as pure hell. Quer, on the other hand, took it in his stride. His other achievements included Cataclysm, Ice Carbon Diablo X, the Ultimate Phase, all in world record attempts and crazy speeds. Hacker or not, Quer had officially announced himself onto the scene. At the height of his popularity, rumours and ad hoc explanations for Quer's skill spread like wildfire. Many bigger players wanted to debunk him as a hacker, but with streaming proof and a bigger fish to fry in the form of Male Veronica who wasn't streaming, nobody attempted to interfere with him. Soon after, a larger portion of the community was exposed to Quer when he received a shout out from none other than Cyclic. At this point, Cyclic had just returned after almost 4 months of absence on the back of his huge confession, and he still managed to retain his godlike prowess to his most loyal fans. He shouted Quer out as one of 3 players he aimed to draw attention to, the others being world record demon grinder Parsablitz and military returning Korean style grinder Super SNSD. With around 10,000 subscribers recovered within a month or two, the shout out went around the community, but in it, he prompted an interesting theory: what if Cyclic was Quer? At this point, people still couldn't bring themselves to accept that Cyclic had hacked everything, and were sure he was just trying to get away from the community peacefully. And with Quer being a mysterious Korean entity with such little backstory, emerging in a much similar fashion and at the same time as Cyclic did, fans started connecting various dots and began believing their favourite fallen star could have been playing behind an alter ego. While this couldn't have been further from the eventual truth, it started down the idea that Quer may have been someone else, lying about who he said he was. Cyclic made the right move in not even acknowledging these claims and letting them run their course, and ultimately the Cyclic Quer theory was dropped. Someone else who was a super popular player in the community at the time was Serve. Having been only a few months since his infamous Bloodbath race with Quasar, and fresh off the back of beating the top 10 demons and racing past 30,000 subscribers, Serve was also a player who was on everybody's minds regularly. Not only was he well liked by many, but he was also incredibly controversial for the fact that he spearheaded the side of pro 144Hz players during the revolution, and was the sole person to publicly take on and call out Rippy. Serve was the most relevant player in the game, and he had his own suspicions over Quer's identity and legitimacy, but he'd soon learned the truth earlier than he expected himself. Despite the growing audience, array of achievements and gradual clout he was gaining, Quer unexpectedly quit the game out of the blue towards the end of July. He claimed that he was quitting because the game wasn't fun for him anymore. Many expected him to confess to hacking, but the eventual truth was far more intriguing. Rumours flew round the community, one being that Quer wasn't actually just one person, and that it may have been something to do with Male Veronica and Aurorus. That same day, a Discord DM was uploaded to the GD forums showing a person in the screenshot who I believe to be Nitrodox, revealing an incredible truth. As it turned out, Quer was indeed far more than just one person. In fact, it was a large group of big players working in the game together to rebeat some of their biggest achievements under one entity, with the overarching goal to create the illusion of the perfect Korean player, this period being not too long after the sequential departures of Neptune, Sari and Cyclic. According to the DM, it was initially a joke, a troll account who would rise up and beat Sonic Wave, so to jokingly beat Mafui to the punch in the eyes of the community, given the original Sonic Wave race was still well and truly underway at this point. As a result, Mafui was involved in the project, and was the person who achieved the infamous 91% score on the level. But it seemed that the project had gotten bigger, and with more and more players and more initiative. After realising the team could pull off an awesome social experiment, the possibilities were endless. The sky was the limit in creating their own perfect identity, and more players involved working in secret meant more reach. However, it seemed as if the project had gone too far out of the original circle, particularly to Aurorus, who after being allowed in immediately started blackmailing the members. They also blamed male Veronica, who told a couple of different people, which dramatically compromised the team's security. Serve caught wind of the project, with initial plans to get him involved, but before any huge names could get their feet on the ground, the project was exposed. It was strange though, at the time we found out they were on the cusp of executing a huge upscaling which would have surely made it one of the biggest GD scandals in history. As previously mentioned, Quer had a varied team of players working behind the scenes, but who were they? Well, it became clear through male Veronica's involvement that he had the Betrayal of Fate recording. It also turned out that Wabbit, a popular community activist and member of the friend group who formed Quer who have now mostly quit, was running the show and organising who would beat what. Mafui was an integral part to the project, of course, reaching 91% on Sonic Wave, but the high score on Bloodbath was achieved by only its fourth victor, RPG Riketi. Gigas, a Korean ex-player, was also involved, though his contributions were unknown. We soon learned that the brunt of the work was being done by Wabusha, one of Wabbit's friends who gained fame quite quickly after becoming an early Bloodbath victor. We don't know exactly what his contributions were aside from the ultimate phase, but it is likely that he was behind Cataclysm and Ice Carbon Diablo X victories. These were the main participants, but they had plans to grow the project with the help of bigger names. Quasar, who had been pretty quiet all summer, was shortlisted to complete the Hell Factory, and though he was involved with its downfall, Aurorus was shortlisted for a number of tasks too, one of which was the unverified Infernal Abyss, a top 5 demon at the time, a true illustration that the members were beginning to use their reach to attract possibilities towards the project. And if Serve had managed to get involved, his contributions would have no doubt included the top 10 demons that hadn't already been assigned, e.g. Phobos, Conical Depression and Crimson Clutter. The team had growth in their sights, there was even talk of getting Riot involved, but whether any agreement was reached before the team's downfall remains a mystery. Alas, it all came crashing down when the project was revealed, an intricate web of brilliant deception. Obviously, it's foolish to think that Quer would have survived the 2 years since, not least because of the number of participants that have quit or gone inactive, but if they had completed their upscaling, we could have seen some incredible developments. Just think if Mafui had seen Sonic Wave through and beaten it on the Quer account. We saw how quickly RobTop rated it when Sonics verified it in November, so imagine if Quer had acquired such an enormous title to its name. The same can be said for Infernal Abyss, and by involving Riot, his eventual view to become a community activist and announce things like Cosmic Cyclone, Sonic Wave Infinity and Tartarus would all mean big things for the account. The reach would have grown exponentially, and though it would have been impossible to keep the project a secret forever, plenty of damage or progress depending on your perspective could have been done in the interim. Would Sonic Wave have been unrated? Would Mafui have stayed in the game longer? How many subscribers would Quer have amassed, given Sonics went on a similar rampage of demons at the same time and now sits at over 100,000? All these questions are ones we will never be able to answer, but the thought is still fascinating. In a community full of petty drama, fights and shallow behaviour, it's fascinating to think that such a calculated, organised and frankly dark project could have prevailed, and we would have had no idea. No evidence has emerged that anything like this has ever been attempted or executed since, but it does make you wonder, what if more than one person is behind a particularly famous name in the community? It would require in-depth social engineering, but it wouldn't be impossible. But regardless of the here and now, we can just look back on July 2 years ago and remember what a weird period it was for the community.
Okay, so I know right from the get-go I'm going to have like 500 comments calling me bad at Call of Duty, and I just want to clarify something. I know, and I do not care. Although I wouldn't consider myself good at the game, like, I'm fairly average. I think this gameplay is fairly decent. I'm not claiming to be some kind of FaZe Doge or something, but I think I did alright, so only nice comments about my gameplay, please, thanks. But anyway, do you guys remember them 24-hour challenge videos from like 2 years ago, where people were going to like IKEA or something and hide for about 45 minutes? Well, they're back, and even worse this time, because the challenge is being spearheaded by Morgs. Now, Morgs seems like a nice kid. I've had a couple of friendly interactions with him myself, but my god, is his content bad. And the other day, he uploaded the video, I spent the night in my own house and nobody knew. I mean, staying in your house for 24 hours is fairly normal behaviour. I haven't left my room in about 3 days, so in my eyes, this guy's just an amateur. But before this, he was mainly making Fortnite challenge videos like 1 kill equals 100 new Season 5 skins for kids.
Every kill equals 100!
Yeah, alright mate, we can hear you. You don't need to shout. And in this video, he ends up getting 5 kills, so does he end up buying 500 skins? No, of course he doesn't. That would be literally impossible. So instead, he just buys a few Battle Pass tiers, then his mum runs away with his controller.
64 tiers. 9,600 V-Bucks. We're gonna purchase the Season 5 Legendary Ragnarok skin in 3, 2...
No, Morgan, you're not.
Wait, where are you going?
Now, I didn't watch the whole video, I skipped about 95% of it, but imagine watching all 22 minutes of that video and having it end like that. So, we can only hope that what we're about to look at is at least slightly better than that.
Mum, Martin and Kira think I just went to my friend's house for the night.
I love how the Mission Impossible music's playing, considering this is mission pretty fucking simple. Also, you're not even talking quietly there. They can definitely hear you. It's not even like you're at the end of the garden or something. You're literally on the roof.
Watch all the way to the end of this video because it will be my most intense challenge ever.
Oh yeah, staying in your own house for 24 hours, that's bound to be intense. My heart is racing just thinking about it.
I left the window open just enough for me to get through. Let's do this, guys. Here we go. Okay, the window's open. Oh my god, no. Oh my god, no way.
Yeah, because she definitely wouldn't have been able to see or hear you through that massive open window. You know, he really wants to get into that bathroom, doesn't he? Like, usually if you try and get into a bathroom and it's locked, you just leave it. You don't try and open it about 5 times.
Joe. Yeah. You alright? What are you doing?
I'm not being funny, right, but how can anyone sit through this? Like, Morgsy's like a nice kid and everything. He doesn't seem like one of them rich YouTube kids that's always showing off their money. But this goes without saying, but this is so blatantly staged. I don't understand how he consistently gets millions of views. Who actually sees this and thinks, yes, I'd like to come back again and watch more of that? To be honest, I think I already know the answer. Kids. Like, kids are usually the reason why questionable content is popular on YouTube.
I've just realised I made a big mistake. You guys can probably tell I have a really sore throat right now. And I'm supposed to take a tablet at the start of the day and at the end of the day. And I forgot my flipping tablet. It's downstairs right now.
Mate, you have a sore throat. You're not going to die. It's actually as though he needs that shot of Calpol like it's an EpiPen or something.
We're gonna do what the cake does, you know. Me and you can do today,
Right, could have been mistaken, but did she just feed the dog chocolate cake? I mean, Morgs, this challenge is intense enough. We don't need any dogs dying.
We never like having him in any time or anything.
Have a kiss.
Fucking hell. You can really tell this video is aimed at kids that are at that girls are gay age.
My gosh, guys. We just completed the overnight challenge.
Right, so it wasn't a 24-hour challenge, it was an overnight challenge. Furious. How could you lie like this to me, Morgs? Thought we were mates. Now, Morgs has done a few more of these challenge videos like, I spent the night in a sandcastle and it was a huge mistake, which is just so amazingly fake. It's hard to say much about it.
Obviously, we're gonna need some shovels. Shovel for you, shovel for me.
Hey! Big one!
No, that's... Okay, looks like I'm having the small one.
There's literally about 50 shovels on that wall there. Couldn't you just, like, picked one of them up?
Hey, what the hell are you doing to the wall?
Jesus Christ, Morgan. I wouldn't expect this sort of violence from a family-friendly, PG clean video. What about all the kids watching this? Disgusting.
Come on in, we've got a doorway. Just...
That is the most pathetic sandcastle I've ever seen. Like, it's not even a sandcastle, it's just a hole with walls.
Okay, so you're saying just put it on the fire then?
Yeah, just... Yeah.
So, what's happening now?
Right, so if maybe poisoning a dog with chocolate cake in the last video wasn't enough, they're now poisoning themselves by burning plastic. Now, the whole video is just them sitting in a hole, and then apparently at the end the tide comes in and kills them or something.
Oh my god, what was that? Morgan, trust destruction.
It's here.
Structure's falling. Oh.
Okay, so I've nearly had enough of Morgs at this point. You guys don't know what it takes to sit through 2 of his videos in a row. But I'm going to take a bullet for you guys and have a look at one more called I spent the night in my girlfriend's house and she had no idea.
My Yeezy's through.
He could have just said my legs are through or even my shoes through. He had to say my Yeezys through.
My Yeezy's through.
Alright mate, we get it. You have really cool shoes. But then later in the video he says that he needs to be quiet. And then almost immediately after proceeds to pretty much shout.
I need to make sure I do not make a sound. You know what, Kira? Seeing as you always like to take my food in my house, let's see what snacks you have. What? Oh my gosh.
I've no idea how soundproof Morgs seems to think houses are, but everyone in this house can definitely hear him. Now, as I said before, Morgs doesn't seem like a bad kid. His content's just a bit wank. But as I'm recording this, he's just offered me money on his merch store. So Morgs goes up there with friends of the Memulous YouTube channel that make bad content. But moving on from Morgs, there's another guy who does these challenges, and they're actually worse than Morgs's. His name is Killam, and he's the mastermind behind videos like, what happens if you spend 24 hours in a tanning bed? You get skin cancer, that's what happens. But then he's got this other one where he apparently trained in the gym for 24 hours straight. Like, he obviously didn't, but we're just gonna have a look at this anyway because I'm curious. Okay, so he starts off the video by doing some Rocky training montage, except instead of a boxer running in Philadelphia, it's an unfit YouTuber doing star jumps in his back garden in Nottingham. And then someone, I'm assuming his girlfriend, tells the joke of the century.
When Chuck Norris finishes his gym workout, the gym needs a break.
I've had enough of this video already, and we haven't even gotten into the actual challenge.
Okay, so we're on the protein aisle. I don't know what this stuff is.
Now, I could be wrong here, but considering you're in the protein aisle, it's probably protein, mate. But then after that, the actual challenge begins. Oh, you can see where he got his name from. Showing that punching bag no mercy. But you know how the title is, I trained in the gym for 24 hours straight and this actually happened. Well, and nothing really happened because he obviously didn't work out for 24 hours. So he ends off the video like this.
I can't breathe.
What? Like, did he die? Who knows? Just subscribe for more bangers, okay? Right, but anyway, guys, that is the end of today's video, and I hope you did enjoy. As always,
some good grass and roll it every day for 600 years. Do is get some good grass and roll it every day for 600 years. I heard that story before you were born, and Englishmen tell it when they're feeling down in the mouth. All you have to do is get some good grass and roll it every day for 600 years. 600 years. 600 years. grass and roll it every day for 600 years. Get some good grass and roll it every day for 600 years. Some good grass and roll it every day for 600 years. Do is get some good grass and roll it every day for 600 years. I heard that story. I heard that story before you were born. Englishmen tell it when they're feeling down in the mouth.
your mind, angel in disguise. Planets collide, stars in your eyes. All up in your mind, angel in disguise. In your eyes, all up in your mind, angel in disguise. Planets collide, stars in your eyes, all up in your mind, angel in disguise. In your mind, angel in disguise.
A yellow fruit. Orange. Name 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 a yellow fruit. Orange.
Please forgive me. Okay. Better? There's background noise, but that's fine. Just leave I'm gonna leave the mic on for a second. Orange. Name a yellow fruit. Orange. Hello.
Before you explain the beer, can you tell me why there are two state troopers in the living room confiscating our Christmas tree? Well, that's not a funny story, and a true story. What happened to the boy? He's in a tree up beside the interstate. Well, that's just great, Eric. Now the party's over, you're grounded, and I want what's left of my $40. That's it. Oh, no. Yeah, sort of spelling J.
Ooh, ah. Right. I was just about to say, darn, you beat me to. Darn, you beat me to it.
Lousy with hooch. You see, Rick? She's drunk, man. That's drunk talk. False. Come on, Jackie. I'll take you in the sock sister's home. Eric, dress in the beer goes in my refrigerator. Donna, your father upstairs has suggested joining Steven. Get over there and play up.
Ah, no. Ooh, ah.
Hey, do something. You're thinking of man.
Here's what you're doing. Really? Okay. This.
What'd you get? A defense. Cool. Did your name on it? Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that's like too much. Okay, here we go. Just desktops up.
Orange. Name a yellow fruit. 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 Orange.
This is a snack. If you're afraid of snacks, then that's a nope rope. Like if you go to the bathroom and you see this, nope rope. If a nope rope has poisonous venom, then it's a danger noodle, like the shake snake and the cobra. Do not boop, or you will get the hurt juice. But if you love the snacks, then it's a boop noodle. Look at that cute snoot. Deserves a boop. Snacks also have peepers, noodle necks, smelly flickers, and nom-nom seekers. Those are for finding cheese boys. Other names for nope ropes are slippery tube dudes, hazard spaghetti, spicy noodles, caution ramen, and murder spagurter. Whatever you call them, just remember, no step on snack. There are many kinds of snacks, like Big Thick Boy, Slim Boy, also known as the Judgmental Shoelace, Original Snack, Uggo But Still Lovo Snack, and Screaming Worm Boy. And can't forget the lovely noodle ball. Look at that little pupper face. Noodles have many activities. Snacks eat snacks, ropes do scopes, when they're tired they do a yawn. Sometimes snacks wear a sweater. If you're lucky, they'll wear a hat. Top hat, party hat, this hat, that hat, wizard hat. Visualize your snacks and anything else with Lucidchart. This is a snack. If you're afraid of snacks, then it's a nope rope. Like if you go to the bathroom and you see this, nope rope. And if a nope rope has poisonous venom, then it's a danger noodle, like the shake snake and the cobra. This is a snack. If you're afraid of snacks, then it's a nope rope. Like if you go to the bathroom and you see this, nope rope. And if a nope rope has poisonous venom, then it's a danger noodle, like the snake and the cobra. Do not boop, or you will get the hurt juice. But if you love the snacks, then it's a boop noodle. Look at that cute snoot. Deserves a boop. Snacks also have peepers, noodle necks, smelly flickers, and nom-nom seekers. Those are for finding cheese boys. Other names for nope ropes are slippery tube dudes, hazard spaghetti, spicy noodles, caution ramen, and murder spagurter. Whatever you call them, just remember, no step on snack. There are many kinds of snacks, like Big Thick Boy, Slim Boy, also known as the Judgmental Shoelace, Original Snack, Uggo But Still Lovo Snack, and Screaming Worm Boy. And can't forget the lovely noodle ball. Look at that little pupper face. Noodles have many activities. Snacks eat snacks, ropes do scopes, when they're tired they do a yawn. Sometimes snacks wear a sweater, and if you're lucky, they'll wear a hat. Top hat, party hat, this hat, that hat, wizard hat. Visualize your snacks and anything else with Lucidchart.